hell? How could you do this?
Because your orders were bad.
No! That's 999 stream. Da, 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 da.
Hi, chat.
Hello, chat. How are you? No one should be because I've not put out the ping even. There we go. I put out the ping. It's always funny when I post it. My Twitch picture is just a zoom in of my face, apparently. Hi, NinjaBot!
Hi,
I
Ninja.
was way too loud.
How is our favorite Italian today?
I mean, my favorite Italian's Mario, but he's a close second. Oh no! Wait a second. I didn't even realize what you were writing. NinjaBot says, "Hi, body." Oops, Bondi. Ah, shit. Doing great. Are you reading the chat, NinjaBot, or I'm sorry, Coolbone? Are you reading the chat, or are you just talking because I said it?
No, you have the streaming window up.
Yeah, I do have the stream. Oh, I see you're looking at this. I'm sharing my screen. It's wonderful. I didn't even remember that. You know what? Oh my god, I have to ask Bomber if this is okay. 1 second. So yeah, we've been doing some cool stuff lately. I say cool stuff.
Screenplay.
Yes. Oh, I'm excited. I'm also looking at this. A kitsune mask. Pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
basically just take the eyes and turn them 45 degrees ish.
Alrighty. How's the pre-stream going? Hello?
Hi, Bomber. Basically, I got a question.
Huh?
Yeah, that works.
What is it?
Okay, so do I have
Yeah.
do I have permission to show the screen?
I mean, it's fine.
Okay, cool. So, guys, NinjaBot, I've been working on something. Well, I say I've been working on something. Me, Bomber, and Endro have been working on something. No, not this screen. This screen. No, not this screen. Thank you very much. The main screen. Click the button. Take a look at this pixel art. It's Bomber's characters. Well, aside from here on, it's Bomber's characters that I'm basically turning into pixel art for the sake of like, well, I want to make a little game. I'm learning to make a game. First thing is I've got most of the things I need, except I can't actually start making the thing until I have character art, character sprites. So I had to sit down, lock in, and try to figure out how to do this. It's a lot harder for me because I'm stupid. But I finally figured it out. I finally have pixel art. And look, is me, Bomber, and Endro.
And who's the fox?
The Fox is another one of his characters. Another one of Bomber's characters for the game.
Shouldn't you shuffle them around so you three are not in the same place as the fox?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I should have probably, but also it's a matter of the human characters and non-human characters.
Fair enough.
I probably should have. It's just a matter of it just looked nicer. Ignore this thing over here. That's unrelated. That's the original reference I was looking at online. I changed all the colors around. But yeah, I looked at a reference and I basically counted the pixels and drew it. So then I used that as the base to get all the sizes right for everything. Yes, it's a fun time. These are also a lot easier to animate, by the way. So one thing I made.
Star,
Yes.
uh, if you ever decide to add a fairy type character into the game as a help character, a la Navi, etc.,
One
feel
second.
free to use.
I'll be. Just give me 1 second. Let me just show this to show how easy it is to animate.
Oh, he died.
He's
Who
sleeping.
that? Oh,
Endro.
That cat.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a fun. It's just a good software that I can like figure out how to do animations and stuff. But yeah.
okay.
So yeah, we got a pretty good thing going on right here. I think maybe
Got the
I
game
yes.
up.
I
I
think
got
once
the
I
game
finish
up
making
again.
all the characters for 999, I might just start using the streams as an excuse to just make pixel art for
Yeah,
our game
sure.
project or D&D projects or whatnot.
Of course, there really isn't many characters, and it's a goddamn long game. Led, would you say this game is longer than Danganronpa?
You know, I should
No,
really remember that when I'm like closing all my applications, I should take advantage of the fact that we have a chatting screen where I can click switch to
not
the
the
chatting
slightest.
screen. How could I not?
This game is much quicker than Danganronpa.
If I ever become a big streamer, that's gonna be like a huge thing of well, you don't even know how. It's like I'm just gonna alt tab at some point and just show some nonsense.
I meant to get the true ending.
No, because Danganronpa is constructed around 7 chapters. This is one story with some variation, but it's nowhere near as long as 7 chapters.
Fair, I
Hold up,
guess.
Each
Ninja, but what do
chapter
you
takes
mean?
about
You
three
can't
hours.
deal with pixel art, unfortunately. Are you talking about in a sense of drawing or a sense of you can't wrap your head around it when you look at it, which does make sense because it is supposed to be so hyper mineralized and it's supposed to just hint at characters because there's not really enough space for details, but it's enough just for you to look at it and think there are details. Like when you look at dots on a table and see a face or something, it's the same kind of thing. In a sense, you can't draw it. That makes sense. Ninja Bot, don't worry. I couldn't draw it also for the life of me. It took me so long. It took me like I think Bomber, you can contest. I've been spending literally months just banging my head against the wall trying to figure out how to do the pixel art.
Yeah, kinda.
I went through like 3 styles and I went finally just locked in on this and it actually works for me.
Apparently, Danganronpa is 33 and a half hours.
How
And yeah,
long?
999 is about a third of that.
So either way, shall we continue?
Yes, we are ready. In 1 second. There we go. We're ready. I'm locked in. No, wait, this is the wrong screen. We're locked in. We're in the right screen now. Yeah. Ninja Bot, I mean, Bomber, do you think that at least it might be good practice that after I finish drawing every single character here in this current style, at the very least I can try making a pixel art version of them to like practice.
I mean, I guess.
I think it should be a good. I mean, otherwise, do you want me to draw out random scenes? That's also doable.
I mean, we usually get really good art suggestions, at least from like Ninja or something.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah,
Ninja, I task upon D a very vital thing. There are 2 characters
look,
left: and uh, Clover and Lotus. Can you suggest something to draw? How to draw them? I draw.
Hey,
and
us.
and and Ninja, do remember that Clover is underage here, so no
No,
lewd
she is not.
suggestions.
She's 19.
She is?
Yes, they're all adults.
Oh, I thought she was a kid and only became a adult in the sequel.
That
No, she's 19
there's a
because
sequel.
she's, did the thing. It's, hold on.
Okay, listen. I'll do you a favor. Just assume she's a child and don't suggest anything risky for her. Because
No,
art-wise,
she's
she
19.
doesn't really look very adult.
She is
Yeah,
19.
she looks like a kid. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, the other Lotus on her hand is unmistakable an adult, and if the story says, "Oh no, I'm not. I'm actually in high school," I'd violently I'd violently reject that.
She suffers from the
Clover with her hair down while she
something.
struggles to use a phone. Are you talking about struggling in sense of depression, like staring at her screen? Or are you talking about struggles as in she's like, I'm old. I don't know how to touch this thing you do, you keep. You know what? Let's ignore that. Let's move forward. We're moving forward. Is the game muted?
Well,
Yeah,
hold on.
I think so.
Hold on.
I I heard your mouse click.
Because I'm hearing fuck all from the stream.
Yeah, that's very strange. Bomber, can you hear anything? Or is it just
Hold on.
Now,
I'm
listen,
looking at it.
I was just trying to check to see if, it's on a system end muted or the stream is not picking it up. That's just what I wanted to know.
Give me a minute.
Oh no, we broke it. Guys,
Cricket.
there is
No,
scuff.
I said
We're
give me a minute. I'm
officially
rebooting the
streaming.
game. Shush.
Cricket, cricket, cricket.
Oh my god.
How's this looking?
You know, Ninjabot, fair enough,
Shut
yeah.
Okay.
I'm being very brave and just randomly typing into this taskbar, this search bar.
What are you searching for?
I'm just searching
Yeah.
for I'm just looking for a reference for Ace so I can just pick his colors.
Oh.
Because I had references, but those were closed weeks ago. No, not Danganronpa. 999 Ace.
My. The fuck?
Let's see, 999 on.
Well, what happens if I try to boot this one? Okay, well that's working. So can I please play the other one, please? I want to do 999. There we go. Now can I get audio?
No! You do not deserve it.
Stop jinxing the goddamn stream, Star.
Okay, I
Audio's
have
too
audio.
good for us. We will be lost forever. Doomed. Holy shit, he has a blue belt on? I completely misunderstood what this was. When I looked at the sprite or something, I thought he had like a weird sweater thing going
There you
on.
go. No, it's a belt.
Nice.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I hear it.
Okay,
Guys,
so
it's a miracle.
it's the Us card. It's the June card.
Didn't we already get all these cards?
No, we were missing 2 when we stopped the stream last time.
Oh, we found it! Was it literally just inside?
It was in this box, yeah.
Nice.
They had finally collected all 9 picture cards. All that remained was to insert the cards into the slots in front of each box. Junpei stared at the cards in his hands. Ace peered over his shoulder at them.
Is it bad when
I
hear slots, I just think big money, big prizes?
You know which card goes into what box, yes? Junpei gave him a look. Yeah. Of course I do. It's really obvious. Why are you hesitating? Just match our numbers to the numbers on the boxes. For an instance, the card with the picture of Ace on it goes in box 1. The card with the picture of Snake on it goes to box 2, and
I
so
feel
on.
like we're really being patronized here.
I
No, it's
see.
we that patronizing.
Junpei thought he might have imagined it, but he could have sworn Ace stiffened. Just then, Junpei heard a noise. He spun around just in time to see June collapse in front of the fence. June, are you okay? She did not respond. Junpei spun back around to face Ace. I'm sorry, I gotta go check on her. You do the box thing, alright? Huh? Just put the cards in the boxes.
Oh my god, he
Okay.
can't recognize faces!
He shoved the cards into Ace's hands and ran off to June.
He can't recognize faces.
Are you alright? What happened? Junpei called out to her when he ran. As he arrived, June was climbing to her feet with Santa's help.
I'm sorry. I'm fine. I just tripped.
Don't give me that. Now's not the time.
It's true. I just tripped over a box.
Junpei put his palm to her forehead. Her temperature was much the same as it was the last time he checked. She wasn't hot. She had been like before, but she was still warm. Her fever wasn't completely gone. I saw her fall. I think she really did just trip on something, you know? Junpei would be much more willing to agree with June hadn't needed quite so much help standing up. Still, to fall down like that? I think she's probably still a little messed up. June was doing her best to busy herself, brushing dust off her dress. Her smile looked as a little embarrassed, and her face was a little flushed.
Yeah, you're right,
But
Ninja
she
Bot.
did look a great deal better than she had. Still. Alright, well, let's get out of here as fast as we can, so we can get you to a hospital.
Oh. No, I don't think it's anything that serious. I don't do hospitals. I just need the medicine and the sleep and I'll be perfectly fine. You have a bomb inside of you, woman.
Medicine. Medicine, huh? Well, if we could get back in touch with everyone on the outside, I bet Ace could swing for that. Could swing that for you easy.
Ace? What?
Huh? You don't know? He's the president of a pharmaceutical company.
Excuse me?
Cradle Pharmaceuticals, the name, I think. The flagship product is the anesthetic drug known as Superul. Superul. Superul.
Wait, didn't he have
Junpei couldn't shake
Superl?
the feel he heard about Superul before. Santa continued. You know, Superul. It's an anesthetic that is gaseous at room temperature, similar to nitrous oxide. It takes only a few seconds to spread, and even a small amount is very effective. For these reasons, it found widespread acceptance with police and military forces in numerous countries. It is an effective crowd suppressant and room clearer, and a
Wait,
practical, ethical, and humane.
wait. But then why is it in why is that a syringe?
Developed 6 years prior, it was made from the extracts of several different roots. It became popular almost as soon as it was made public, with many governments placing large orders. Demand for Superol skyrocketed, and as it did, so did stock in Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Why do you know all this? Santa's information was interesting, but Junpei couldn't help but feel a little suspicious. Santa's reply was blunt and simple. I heard it from the old man himself. From Ace? When? By the number 4 door at the central stairway. When we were searching the second class room. Remember how Snake 7 and you went to door number 5? I asked him what he did for a living, and he said he ran his own company. After that, we started talking, and I guess it just came up, you know?
Are you worried about something?
No, nothing. As he spoke, Junpei looked over towards Ace. He seemed to be having difficulty with the 9 boxes. What the hell is he doing? He turned back to June and Santa. June, don't push yourself, alright?
Yeah, okay. Absolutely. I would never.
Santa, could you take care of her? Sure. He gave them both a short nod, then turned back and headed towards Ace. What are you doing? Ace's back was to him as Junpei approached. The older man turned around to look at him. His face was pale and covered with sweat. What happened? Nothing. My vision has gotten rather blurry. I think perhaps because of the fatigue. I can't see very well at the moment. What can't you see well? These pictures. Ace held the cards out in front of Junpei and splayed out in the shape of a fan. I don't care to admit it, but I may have been developing presbyopia.
Hold up 1 second. Is there not text on the card?
No.
No, it's just the picture.
Okay, just picture and just a weird line or something, a weird box.
Growing old is a difficult thing. He made the best attempt he could at self-deprecating smile, but his face was flushed and his lips were pale and drawn. At any rate, I'll leave the rest to you. I'm feeling awfully tired. So, if you don't mind, I'd like to rest a bit. He shoved the cards into Junpei's hands and walked quietly away. Junpei looked at him quizzically. How could simply looking at cards have tired him out? Junpei looked at the cards in his hands. All the pictures were quite clear, and each person easily recognizable. Was Ace's vision truly so bad? But if it wasn't, what made him so uncomfortable? That was when Junpei remembered what he had heard from Lotus much earlier. Prosopagnosia.
Whenever I see this picture, I'm just like, listen, rule of thirds. The thing you're supposed to be focusing on is you're supposed to be looking at Junpei's face, which is very worried inside the screen, and you're supposed to be looking at Lotus' boobs. Those are the two objects in prominence.
Basically, it's a condition in which the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours. Just a reminder of what that condition is.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got prosopagnosia? Junpei took another look at Ace. He sat at the base of the stairs, looking quite depressed. It was reasonable, of course, that he'd feel that way. If he really did have that condition, there was no doubt it was a depressing and painful experience. Still, Junpei didn't feel like patting him on the shoulder and telling everything would be all right and help that much. Still,
Don't
Junpei
worry,
felt
the thing you've been struggling with for the entirety of your life doesn't matter anymore.
Junpei
You're
felt
gonna
perhaps
die.
to keep Ace's condition to himself, at least for the time being. Oh well. Doing his best to clear his mind for the task at hand, he turned back towards the boxes. It was time to solve the puzzle of the 9 boxes.
Solve the puzzle by proving your memory.
Okay. Ace's card went into box number 1, then Snake's in the 2,
Oh. Never
Sam's in
mind.
the 3, Clover's in the 4, Junpei's in the 5, June's in the 6, Seven's in the 7, Lotus into 8, and the 9th man into 9. As soon as he inserted all the cards, we got 9 boxes worth of stuff. All 9 lids open at once. He peered inside. In each box is a single pin. They looked a little like sewing pins, but much thicker.
Like a almost like a hairpin.
He collected them all quickly and shoved them in his pocket. 9 pins.
Good job.
Monitor's off. Got a green switchy and a red one. Some kind of lever. None of them seem to do anything, though. Maybe the power's off? Yeah, maybe. There's a single green line at the bottom, though. That means... looks like it's covering something. Kinda looks like a little shutter. Maybe it'll open if we do something. What's gonna come out if we... What's gonna come out if it does open? Yeah, like I know something like that. Try things.
What
There's
will
6 holes
happen
here.
if we do it?
And it
Do
looks
you
like the
think I
pin
designed
puzzle.
this? Is that a trick question?
You think I did this puzzle? Dude, I entered the room the same time you did. As a matter of fact, this is the first time I've seen this box since we both went up here.
It's like, I'm sorry, do you think I'm zero or something? How would I know that? It's like, imagine you just ask stupid questions to literally everyone. It's like the first person who's able to answer the question, like, of course, you idiot. Why do you think it's there? And then you just be like, everybody just turns and like, dude, is that 0?
Anyway, there are 6 holes here. It looks like the pins I found would be a perfect fit for them. The ones you found in the 9 boxes, right? Well, why don't you try it? Okay, let's see what happens. I think 2, 4, 6 should go on the top part, and 3, 5, 7 on the bottom part.
I love
Some of
how
them lit up.
I love how the tedious math problems the game just does for us.
Yeah, 3 and 6. Wonder if there's some kind of rule that determines what lights go on. Let's put 2, 4, and 6 on the top part, and 3, 5, 7 on the bottom again. You think? You think maybe that's the digital root? The digital root. Yeah, 2, 4, 6 is 12. And then that gets you 3.
I
which is
really
why the
appreciate
3
the
lit
game
up.
doesn't ask us to answer any of these questions. The game's like, listen,
Therefore,
I
light,
understand it's boring to care, so just do it for you.
and then the light turns on. So 3, 5, 7, 15. So that gets you 6. So that light's on. So, you know, start doing digital roots. That's how it works. If he wants to try, he's certainly welcome to. So, he put in 1, 2, 3 on the top and 6, 7, 8 on the bottom. Oh. They turned off. 6, 7, 8 is 2, 1. Digital root is 3. Therefore, light 3 is off. 1, 2, 3 is 6. 6. That turns 6 off. Ah, I get it now. If the digital root for the pin you insert is the same as the number of the lights that are lit, those lights turn off. Yeah, I think that's the trick. Alright, now we know how it works. You want to give it a try? Wait, you mean you know what we're supposed to do with these lights? Well, no. But I figured that we could try and see if we could turn them all on, you know? I figure something's gotta happen if we manage that. Turn on the lights, huh? Okay, Junpei, let's make sure we know how this works, right? He just explained them. 6 holes,
Oh
2
no!
rows, 3
Shut up!
digital root. Gotta get 8 lights lit up.
Oh my god, was this all just the tutorial so that we have to do it? No! How
Yeah.
could you do this to me? You bitch! Honestly, Ace seems like a pretty bit the type of person to be zero. He's rich, has access to practically unlimited sorts of anesthesia that can make anyone sleepy, a thing used to everyone. And he did, in fact, pull out the same kind of anesthesia that his company makes. You are right. The question would be why, and also if he has the condition where he can't, tell people apart by their faces, why would he set up such a game? Actually, was Ace the one who suggested everyone use a code name? Was it Ace?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh no. What a bitch. But why?
Wait, 1, 9, and 2 makes 3.
I gotta be honest, I love all the character designs are like really cool. They're like all got like swanky outfits and stuff. And then there's Lotus just boobs out. Like, excuse me? I don't know. It's always so weird because I know what kind of artist I am. Okay? But whenever I make like a
1, 8,
professional
and
work or something,
1, 8, and 2 makes 2.
Got it. Don't worry. I've got this in my mind.
you're doing amazing. I believe in you.
And now 4.
I just need to make 9 in the number that I picked. So
Wait, you
5,
you
Yeah.
had to put all
6,
all 6 pins in?
3.
Oh shit, good job. You got 4 and 5 together. How'd you do that?
Oh, cool. I got an F. I failed the math
goddammit.
test.
It's Hexa, I think.
All the lights are on, shutters open. So what does that mean? Yeah, we gotta do it again. Man, and I thought I was doing so well.
9, 10.
Okay, so we got 9 holes. And there's an F above them. Well, I don't know what F means, but I do know one thing. What's that? This time, there are 9 holes. So we need to insert 9 pins. Well, that's boring. Well, why don't you try it, alright?
Wait a second. Wait, no, this can't be. You can't just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm trying to
No,
remember.
the lines link. I think you need
They
to make
link in
every
every
single
way.
square 16.
What?
I don't think-
16. Hold up 1 second.
9, 4,
Because
7,
F is 16 in hex.
5,
I don't think you can do that.
3, 6, 1, 8. It's 15.
Oh, 15.
Oh shit, you did it!
Must have got it
Congratulations!
wrong.
Good job!
Here we go. All pins inserted, all lights lit. We did it. The power's back on now. Looks like there's electricity going to the monitor on top now. Alright, let's see if we can activate the device on the top. You solved all the things, Solver. Okay, so a green button, a red button, and a lever. What do these do?
Yep.
I think this might help. What the hell is this? Where did he get that? What is that? Where did you find it? Oh, I found it while you were messing around with the pinholes. This looks like instructions to this thing. According to what it says here, this thing is a remote control for that. That? Yeah, that. What's he pointing to? Oh, that machine over there. Apparently, it's called the Pushmaster 5000.
Ah!
Are you serious?
I remember back in the day, everything used to be called the something, the Cyclotron 5000.
Whatever. So what are we supposed to do with the Pushmaster 5000? Well, I'm guessing we're gonna push things.
Listen,
You see that coffin over there on top of the
Ninja
crate?
Bot, I still believe like June.
Yeah.
I was firmly of the opinion it was June. Okay, but now it turns out it could be Ace. You know. But I still hope it's June secretly because I mean not secretly. I still really hope it's June because
Don't
that
you
would be
want to know
amazing.
what the deal is with it? I do. You want to check it out? Yeah. All right. So how you think we're gonna get there? Well, there are some crates on the right side of the fence that someone piled up. Looks like stairs. Maybe if we make a path to the coffin from there. And how would we do that? Line up the crates? I guess? Yeah, sounds about right. I guess this is just another one of Zero's puzzles. Yeah. Anyway, give it a shot. Oh, looks like the Pushmaster 5000 runs off a battery. So to keep it from using up its energy too fast, it's been programmed so it will only stop moving once the path has been completely programmed in. Oh, alright. Keep that in mind. You gained a bunch of explanations. Monitor shows a top end view
Congratulations!
of the area where we can move the machine. Once I send my orders to the Pushmaster 5000, I should pull the lever.
Oh my god, are you gonna call the Pushmaster 5000 every time they refer to it?
This is the reset button. It
It's
allows me to
such a
start over
mouthful,
again.
isn't it?
Once I activate the program, I just have to pull the lever. This is the return button. It allows me the quit command. Once I activate this program, pull the lever. Okay, give it a try. Sure thing. Just keep in mind that there is a limit on the battery, alright? The battery dies after 50 moves. At least, that's what it says in the manual. 50 moves, huh? Also, keep in mind that the Pushmaster 5000 can't carry heavy metal crates. Okay? Yeah. I don't need instructions.
I really do feel sometimes patronized by the game.
Okay, here we go.
Which to
So,
be fair, I am stupid, which is why I'm not the one playing it, but still.
push.
I feel insulted on your
Up.
behalf.
Right. Push. Right. Down.
Push that one. Yeah. And then... No, wait. Go back. No. Push the one on the left up once. So you can sneak
Hey.
around it.
That would block it. I wouldn't be able to get it.
The one on the left.
It's a metal crate.
Do you think? Oh, I think my Ace and June are basically my top two for like who could possibly be, Zero. What do you think? Do you have any people in the running? I know you also suspect Ace to some extent. Honestly, Clover is still my number one. No, not Clover. God damn it. Okay, wait, no. You know who's my number one and number two, actually? Now I think about it properly. And not being an idiot. Ace and Snake. I think those two. I really wanted to be Clover, to be June as well, but I can't have everything I want, you know?
Now push the one on the left. Yeah. Push the one on the left up. And then you can, with that one out of the way, you can push the top one to the right.
Because if you think about it, doesn't it make no sense that Snake is dead, but he has his robotic arm, and his robotic arm was like, his corpse didn't have the robotic arm?
And now it doesn't matter which one you do, which order you do them in.
You believe in me, don't you, NinjaBot? You're a smart person, right? If you're a smart person, you should support your fellow smart person and believe in me.
So what do we do next? Just be quiet and watch. See? Moving already. Awesome. The Pushmaster 5000 did what I told it to and lined up all the crates. Cool. So we can reach the coffin. We just need to climb those crates over by the fence.
It's great that the Pushmaster 5000 did what you wanted it to, but are you sure the Pushmaster 5000 can really take you all the way to the end? Don't you want to try something else, something new? Not just a Pushmaster 5000. Perhaps you would like to try its sequel, the Pushmaster 599.
They walked slowly past the row of crates until they reached the coffin. They stopped
Star.
and nodded at one another. Junpei put his hand on the lid of the coffin.
Star, that's 599.
Mommy! Okay, I'm just kidding. He smirked heartily at his own joke. Junpei grumbled and shook his head. Whatever, just open. Whatever, just open it. Junpei resisted the urge to remind Santa that he would have had it open a long time ago if Santa hadn't interrupted, but he quickly threw off the lid of the coffin.
The sequel for the Pushmaster 5000 is the Pushmaster 2. It's a lot less interesting in name convention.
Anyway, they peered inside. Contrary to what they expected, the inside of the coffin was
a
quite
fucking
large.
gun!
It was mostly empty, but not completely so. Laying on the bottom was a rusty key, and next to the key,
It's a gun.
Give me a second.
It's a good gun. It's a motherfucking gun.
yeah, a revolver. It looks pretty old.
I'm done. I drew our boys. Let me a boy. Lotus
Yeah,
7
give me a
Santa.
second.
Really? That's none of the people I thought were suspicious. Interesting choice, Ninjabot. I didn't find any of those people suspicious. Maybe I should be put on the wrong. Maybe I was on the wrong track all this time.
All right. Why did you think Lotus and 7 are sus?
Not gonna ask him about Santa.
This is June.
No.
Oh, it's June. Whoopsie. I wonder if this is a replica. Well, there's only one way to find out. Quickly,
Junpei
take
reached
this
down
apple and put this
slowly.
on your head.
Cautiously picked up the revolver. In his hand, he felt heavy. He checked the cylinder. There were 6 bullets. He never seen a real gun or even a real bullet before. He couldn't tell if these were real or not. The barrel was rifled, and nothing seemed to be blocking it. As Ace had said, the gun was a very old one. However, it appeared that it had been well maintained. If it was a real gun, Junpei thought it would most likely function perfectly. If it was real, holding the gun made Junpei feel unpleasant. Carefully, he placed it back into the coffin.
Why the fuck did you do that? Are you stupid?
You're not gonna take it?
You're stupid. You're stupid.
Of course not. All something like this is gonna do is cause trouble.
You stupid bitch.
It's a powerful weapon that gives one person a huge advantage.
You stupid asshole.
Something like that would be way too dangerous to have around. We're in
You're
enough
an
danger already.
idiot.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Maybe. How stupid is June? Junpei. Maybe Zero put a gun here, hoping something like that might happen. We should leave it in here just in case someone else can take it. In other words, he put it here so we could fight each other.
In that case, we most certainly should leave it here.
Exactly, so that someone else can come back and take it.
I, for one, have no desire to let Zero control me.
Can
That
I?
is not it.
Wait 1 second. I'm so annoyed at how stupid June is right now. Junpei, I'm so annoyed. I'm so angry.
Well, everyone else in the room is saying, let's not take the gun.
I'm so angry. No, I'm okay with him not taking the gun. You know what I'm so angry about?
What?
The fact that he didn't pull out the bullets at least.
Okay, that's fair.
If you like,
That's
imagine
fair.
this: you don't want to have a gun with you. Simple. The bullets. Take the bullets.
In the way.
Take the bullets.
The others
Now
nodded.
anyone who takes the gun, it's a useless piece of shit. I'm so
They
upset.
had no desire to be under Zero's control either. Okay, so we got that figured out. But you aren't gonna leave the key in there, are you? Well, yeah, no, of course not. Junpei picked up the rusty key and slid the top of the coffin back into place.
I'm so
The
glad
gun back
I'm so glad we left the
found it.
gun in here. I'm sure one of us can double back and pick it up later. Thank you so much. I hate this. I hate this. This game was so smart up till now.
The door
This is-
leads to the steam engine
This is
room.
the stupidest possible thing they could have done.
Let's put this key in here, eh?
Look, only they know. Only they know that the gun is there, Star.
Anyone else could. They know that. They know that the doors all meet up at random points. Someone could coincidentally come
Yeah.
back around here and find it, or one of these guys could double back and steal the gun. It's like it's so
Star. Star.
weird. Like
Star. They can only get through the door if they go through the red, or if they put something between the door and the wall, so it
Look.
Yeah,
gets
it's only
stuck.
been one person doing that.
You know what, NinjaBot? Yeah, those are interesting. Wait, what? Her previous work could give her some power? Explanation she gave her previous work give her some power? Not sure. Oh, you mean being the computer hacker and stuff like that? Seven has the whole amnesia thing going on, which is sus by default and he's too nice, I guess. So maybe. But yeah, all I'm just saying
Anyway,
is, it's
got a June. Yeah.
you know what? I'm not surprised these people don't know about gun safety because they're Japanese. Okay,
Anyway,
that's
June.
nothing against the Japanese. It's just a matter of they don't have guns there. If
It's
they were
June.
Americans, I'd be so upset. So angry. Yay! Looks like it's open, Jumpy.
I see. This key should open the door. Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go! Yep, it's opening. You escaped! You found it! The hallway that left the cargo room headed straight towards the stern. Junpei and the other three proceeded down it silently. Some distinct distance along it, a large room opened up on the left-hand side. It looked familiar. The iron grate covering each of the elevators. Junpei and his companions drew to a stop and began to discuss what their next move would be. I've seen this elevator before.
We got off on the left one just a little while ago.
Then we went through the number 6 door, and that took us to the engine room. Yes, and after we passed through the cargo room...
And now we're back here.
In other words, we made a loop. We're back where we started.
We can go
Junpei
back
approached
any
the
time
elevator.
now to get back that gun. I really appreciate we put it in
Yeah.
a safe place.
He pushed the triangular button on the wall next to it. A moment passed. The elevator door opened. And shut. Pushing the button apparently restored power back to the elevator. The elevator was now functional. Well, what do we do? Should we return to C deck? No, this hallway keeps going. Even if we ended up going back, I think we want to see what's down there first. I agree. Let's go. Their decision made, Junpei and his companions left the elevators behind and continued down the hallway. Sometime later, Santa, who had been walking several paces in front of the rest, suddenly stopped. Set in the wall in front of him was a door. So far as Junpei could see, there was no other way to proceed. It was the door or nothing. Alright, let's open it. Junpei took a deep breath, readied himself, and grabbed the doorknob and pushed the door open. He paused a moment, then stepped through into the room. And there,
Star, what are you drawing right now? Oh, you're
Oh.
still working on Ace.
Yeah, I was just shading
that
him.
had hung over their heads since they woken up.
9.
9. Like the numbers on every other door,
That's the final
this
door.
one too was a rough shape made of red paint. The door was set into the back wall of the room. Junpei leapt towards it with a sudden burst of hopeful energy. It was a large double door, heavy and full of solemn importance. He grabbed a hold of the door handle and shook. Nothing. But he hadn't expected it to open. The red sat on the wall next to the door. The screen read vacant. Finally, they had found it. Junpei felt himself overwhelmed by a torrent of emotion. At least, they found an exit. But cold grasped his heart, and he knew all was too well why. As he stood, frozen, unsure of what to think or feel,
Jumpy! Look! Look! Behind you! Is theirs?
he spun around. Couldn't believe what he saw. It was a door with the number 9 written across it.
Wait, there's another one?
Was there a second door? Why? Junpei's voice was barely audible, even to himself. He stumbled toward the second door, as if somehow compelled. It was a small single door. It sat in the starboard corner of the room, on the same wall as the door they entered from, but in the opposite corner. 9. There was no mistaking it. A red sat on the wall next to the door as well. Junpei shook the door handle pointlessly and muttered to himself, "Why? Why the hell are there 2 doors?" It was Santa who answered. There were always 2 doors. Just think about it. Zero never said there was only one door with a 9 on it. An exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
So it's one of the 9s.
Of course. We just assumed there was only one. After all, why wouldn't there be more than one? Oh man. Jeez. Junpei was stunned. Zero's trick had taken him completely by surprise. There were 2 doors. That meant that all 9 people who had met at the central staircase could escape and leave no one behind. Now the reason for the bracelet numbers being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 was clear. Divided in 2, the digital root for both teams would be 9. For instance, 1, 2, 7, 8 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Both digital roots would have both teams would be 9. Or 2, 3, 4, 9, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. The digital root would also be 9. There were many other workable combinations, but they all ended the same way, with a digital root of 9. What did that mean? The answer was quite simple. From the very beginning, the nonary game was designed to save all 9 people. Zero hadn't been lying. Zero had never said there was only one door. But anyone who found themselves in a game would have assumed that there was that case, and fights would have broken out. One team would have betrayed or deceived the other. Someone might be hurt. Someone might get killed. But eventually, they would reach the room Junpei now found himself in and realize the pointlessness of whatever violence they visited upon each other. There were 2 doors. No need to kill each other. They understand and be appalled, overwhelmed with the guilt of what they've done. Perhaps that was the purpose of the game. That was how the nonary game was meant to be played. Fortunately, they haven't started to fight one another, at least not yet. But if one mistake was made, if the wrong mistakes happened, the stakes could rise and the noose would tighten. And thought of it sent a chill down his spine. So, what are we gonna do, Junpei? The voice broke through Junpei's frantic thoughts.
We have a
Santa's
beautiful man
voice.
here.
It brought Junpei back to his senses. No use in worrying about the future. He needed to figure out what they were going to do next. There were 4 people in the room. Ace, Santa, Junpei, and June. Their placement numbers were 1, 3, 5, and 9. The digital
6.
root would be 6. In other words, the 4 of them couldn't open a door with the number 9. But what if there were only 3? The door 9 could have been opened with 3 of them. It took him no time at all to determine that answer. There was only one combination of 3 people that would give them the digital root of 9. 1, 3, and 5. That would mean... No. We gotta go back. That wasn't a possibility he was willing to consider. Santa and Ace agreed.
Like, we found the door, we just find other people, and we'd be like, yo, let's find a way out. Let's go, boys.
Yep, I agree. We cannot leave June behind. Junpei let out a breath he hadn't realized he had been holding.
You sure? I don't mind staying as long as you just get help. Like, go over there, break the door open down from the other side.
June's body betrayed her own feelings. Her eyes were wet with the beginnings of tears and her legs shook. It's okay. There's no way we'd leave you behind. Santa had said what Junpei had known a moment, and he realized 3 people could go through the door. Besides, I'd rather drown at the bottom of the ocean than escape with this sausage fest. Maybe I'd get to go to Atlanta. Are you sure you don't mean Atlantis?
My point stands.
Oh, right. Perhaps it was the sudden reassurance that no one wanted to leave June behind, but Junpei laughed harder than he had in some time. Santa and Ace smiled.
You guys.
June tears from her eyes and bit her lip. She didn't seem to know what else to say. Very well. Best we head back to C deck then. We should be able to take the elevator we passed earlier. Perhaps Clover, 7, and Lotus will return from door 1. Even as they spoke, they knew finding the others wouldn't improve the situation. There was no way they could be split in teams that could go through the doors. Ace knew it. They all knew it, but there was nothing else they could do. They would have to find the other 3 and search for another solution. All right, let's go. Ace looked at all 3 of them, then turned and headed through the door. Santa and June followed. Junpei started towards the door, then stopped. He had been so busy with the other concerns to notice the room itself. It didn't seem terribly important now, but what exactly was it? Junpei looked around the room and for the first time noticed that the things that weren't doors with 9s on them.
I just fucking realized it.
What?
Clover is wearing a high school uniform.
Okay. And
So she's not an adult.
she is
Jeez.
canonically 19.
A 19-year-old high schooler? How stupid is she?
I don't know. I don't even know if it's actually a school uniform.
Like, you graduated
just looks-
18, don't you?
I don't know if that's a school uniform. It's a white button-up with a skirt.
And a necktie.
Yeah?
All I'm saying is it looks exactly like a school uniform.
All I can tell you is she is canonically 19.
And she is selling the schoolgirl fantasy.
Anyway, a red carpet ran between two columns of wooden benches that ran the length of the room. The carpet began at the large set of double doors and ran towards the bow, towards... Well, Junpei wasn't sure. Was this an altar, perhaps? There was a small rectangular alcove at the end of the carpet, and inside the alcove was a raised platform. Resting on top of the platform was a coffin. Coffin. A coffin. What on earth was a coffin doing in a place like that? But before Junpei had time to answer the question... Hey, Junpei! The hell are you doing? Let's move! Santa's voice echoed in from the hall outside. Right, okay. I'll be right there. Junpei turned heel and left the quiet, somber room. A room set up like a funeral.
But I'm pretty sure this back in the day when 16 was like legal in Japan. So I don't think
You
that would
hear that?
count.
Did you
Nowadays
hear
it's
that?
18.
Star, did you hear that?
No, I genuinely didn't. I couldn't hear it.
There was,
Yeah,
there was,
the
There was a
audio's-
knocking.
The audio's pretty quiet.
there was a knocking noise.
I didn't hear it. Wait, did we leave the coffin?
We did.
Yep.
There was a knocking noise as soon as we left.
No.
They took the elevator up to C deck. Once there, they headed back towards the main hall and the central staircase. It didn't take them long. Junpei found Seven and Lotus waiting for them. They didn't look happy.
We got a problem. Hi, Star.
Clover's gone.
Junpei and his three companions looked at one another.
Hold up a second. Wait a second. Wait. That's 7 and 8, right? 16 plus 7 plus 8. 7 plus 8 equal to 15. Shit. That'll be the root is 1. These people are useless. The clover is gone.
Gone. Santa, Ace, and June had their own questions asked. When?
Why?
You two went into door 1 with Clover, didn't you? Seven and Lotus responded as best they could.
Yeah, we went through the door together.
But Clover barely spoke to us.
She just did her own thing the whole time.
There are 4 rooms on either side of door 1. She wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
She,
Oh, sorry.
she wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
She just said, "I'll take care of the." She just said, "I'll take care of this one," like her, you know.
And shut the door.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side. Wait for a bit, but oh.
Seven.
Well, we waited for a while, but Clover didn't come out.
We called for her, but she didn't answer.
So I kicked the door down and we went into the room.
Why are they like splitting their sentences? But
It's because they're panicking.
It was empty, just like Lotus's head.
Clover wasn't there, and what did you fucking say to me, you little piece of shit?
There was a door on the other wall.
And it was open. We figured she opened the door and left by herself. We ran after her, of course, but... Well,
Well, obviously, we didn't find her. You figured that much out.
Clover is gone!
Junpei thought about it for a moment. When did this happen?
Oh, we got here
We got here just.
Oh, sorry.
We got here just before you.
Just keep reading Seven's line.
Oh, shit, it's mine. But
Yes.
you certainly have excellent timing. Oh, so you haven't searched anywhere other than near the staircase?
No, we haven't. I was waiting for you to see if Star would take it again.
Listen.
Finally, Ace spoke. His voice had an edge of resolve and concern. Very well, then. We best separate and look for Clover. We haven't much time left.
He's the one
Let's
who suggested
begin.
separating. He's the one who suggested separating. Remember that? Ninjabot! Write that down!
There were quick nods all around, and the 6 remaining players spread out. Junpei and June ran to the large hospital room together. As quickly as they could, they searched around under the beds and in the corners. She's not here.
By the way, Ninjabot, if your theory was correct, and both Seven and Lotus were acting as Zero, we did leave both of them alone with Clover. This could all be a farce. To what extent, who knows? No, she isn't.
Alright, just in case, we should take a look in the shower room.
The shower room?
That's where her brother is. She might have gone to see him. June bit her lip. She knew, as Junpei did, that there was only one thing to see in the shower room, and it wasn't that pleasant. Well, we might as well check, right? Let's go. There was a screwdriver stuck between the door and the frame. Junpei and June slipped through the door and moved into the hallway and stepped into the shower room. No luck.
Hold up, I'll be right back. Just gonna answer something.
Okay. Just doing.
I'm
Yep.
doing good. You?
What?
Oh, I thought you asked
It's-
the
Yeah,
question.
I'm me. I'm back.
Okay.
I'm me. I'm back. No, I'm you. I'm you.
What?
I'm back.
Can you reread this June line?
I don't think she's here.
June's voice was faint. She placed her hands over her mouth. Her face looked a little green. The stench in the room was almost unbearable. It had grown far more unpleasant since their last visit. If Junpei had eaten a lunch, he surely would have had difficulty retaining it. He wanted to leave the room as soon as possible, but he had to be sure. And the only way to be sure was to check the other side of the divider. Wait here. June offered no resistance, nodded weakly to Junpei as he headed around the divider. He stopped at the corner and turned his head. As he expected, Clover was nowhere to be seen. The only thing on the other side of the divider was the dead body, lying in a reddish-brown puddle of dry and drying blood. There, as many ways as a man could die, but this, the skull was shattered. The head was little more than a pulpy mass of brain, bone, and viscera. The left arm was hideously twisted into a horrific alien shape, the bright white of the ulna shining through the remains of skin and muscle. Huh. Wait. Bright white, ulna, bones.
Yes! You've realized that you've realized then.
Junpei remembered something Clover had told him in the laboratory.
My brother's left arm. It's not like a normal person's arm. The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
Of course. Why didn't he realize it sooner?
Because
Clover had told Junpei that Snake's left arm was prosthetic, but the left arm of the corpse behind the divider was clearly a real human arm, or at least it was. That meant the corpse. Junpei and Drew headed back towards the large hospital room. They stepped through the door and out of the shower room. Down the hallway they went, searching for Clover in every corner. They had reached the stairs when Seven appeared, breathless and yelling.
Junpei, June, where are you guys?
He
Star.
looked pale. His face.
Oh fuck! Why do I know? Why do I remember reading the scream as your character, but I don't really look the scream as my character?
Yeah, I want to start a count, going back a little earlier, and just like every time Star reads 7, I want to put a ding and see how many times they've done this in the entire run of this game.
Well, that's not gonna be possible.
Look, Star,
don't know.
you know you got all the female characters.
Dude.
Anyway,
Yes.
did you read the line, Colbon?
Yeah. Junpei, June, where are you guys?
Something terrible had happened. Junpei's breath caught in his throat. Did something happen? Seven drew a shaking hand across his face and gulped down a breath of air.
Clover is
Son of a bitch, you were beating me,
Clover
weren't
is
you?
dead. I found her in the first class bathroom.
All sounds ceased for Junpei. The world was empty, muffled, expanse. Then he began to hear his own breathing. June's mouth moved, but he heard nothing. She tried once more, then her energy was gone, and she collapsed against the wall. Could have helped her, but he hadn't, and now she was dead. So he stood there, frozen in place. Clover. Why? Why had this happened? He forced his body to move. Each step felt like another nail pounded into his heart. Finally, he was in front of her. He knelt. He placed 3 fingers against Clover's neck. No pulse, no breath. But she was still warm, and her eyes were closed peacefully. It would have been easy to think she was asleep. Easy, that is, were it not for the slowly expanding puddle of blood beneath her. He traced its source to her back, a gash just beneath her shoulder blade. Was the weapon a knife, perhaps? If it was a knife, the killer had taken it when they left. When he closed his eyes, he saw Clover's smile, her innocent smile, her energy. He would never see her smile again. He could have done something. He could have helped her. His stomach twisted itself into a sickening knot. Junpei lifted a limp June from the floor and carried her from the bathroom.
Ninja Bot, I drew Clover struggling to read. I don't know why I did this.
Anyway, are you alright? It was a foolish question. He knew it.
Yes, I think so. I am having Mekamaru withdrawals. I need my Mekamaru!
The fever had gone down, but the emotional scars she received were not likely to recede as quickly. Junpei laid his hand on her shoulder, and they walked back to the bedroom. You should get some rest. He lowered June until she was sitting against the bed. She nodded once and stared at the floor. There were 4 others in the room: Ace, Lotus, Santa, and Seven. They all stared at nothing, their faces drawn and tired. After a while, they drifted into the bathroom to see Clover's corpse themselves. Once everyone was back in the bedroom, Junpei walked slowly to the center of it and looked around as the slumped figures gathered there. Who was the first to find the body?
Me.
Seven spoke from behind Junpei. He turned around. Seven's hand was up. Why did you come to this room?
To look for Clover. For why else? I found her body in the bathroom. Soon as I did, I ran outside. I got to the top of the stairs by the casino and yelled as loud as I could.
Hey guys, I found her.
Hey, guys! I found her! But it's bad!
There's more.
Oh, sorry.
It's kind of a
She's in the
bad habit of
bathroom
doing
in the
that.
first class cabin. Come quick!
Or something like that.
Then I went back to the bathroom. Ace, Santa, and Lotus showed up real soon after that. But I guess you guys, I guess you two hadn't heard of me or something, cause you didn't show up. So I took it off down the stairs to look for you. After that, I mean, you know the rest, right?
Junpei nodded and closed his eyes. There was one more thing he needed to ask. 7. There's one more thing I'm worried about.
What's that?
When we finished all the puzzles in this room and got the door open, you stuck one of those plates in between the door and the frame, right? Why'd you do that?
Come on, didn't I already tell you that? I did it so that the door wouldn't lock. So we could come back to this room. Oh. You think I did it?
Well, I don't know. That kind of depends on what you say, doesn't it? 7 sighed and shook his head.
Follow me.
There were 2 doors standing next to one another. He opened the one on the right. Behind the door was a closet.
Oh, was that
7
safe?
stepped inside. He stood in front of one of the shelves that filled it and gestured towards a small box. The box was a small metal cube. He looked at Junpei.
I feel like you're
This
baiting me
is
every
the
time you don't
reason.
speak.
What did you say?
I feel like you're baiting me every time you don't speak. It's like you're checking to see if I'm gonna accidentally voice the character. I'm
You never
ascribing
know.
malicious intent to you now.
You will never know.
There's more
Maybe
to
I
this
do.
line.
I hate this.
Maybe I don't.
I hate your mind games.
You didn't finish the line.
It's not fair.
This is the reason. This safe. We couldn't open it to when we get through this room, remember? I figured there might be something pretty important in it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Besides, I figured eventually we might find out what the numbers are for the safe. And if we did, I didn't want to screw around with door 5 again. So I put the plate in the exit door so we could get back in that way. Yeah, get it now?
Junpei nodded and looked at the safe. He grabbed the handle and shook it. Nothing happened. It was locked as it had been when 7 found it. There was one change, however. Just underneath the safe was a pile of fine, reddish-brown powder. Rust. Junpei stared at it for a moment. Had someone opened the safe, dislodging the rust? Junpei left the closet. 7 followed him back to the bedroom. It was cold and quiet. No one spoke. They sat, frozen in place by shock and grief and fatigue. The room felt tiny and oppressive, and the thick metal smell of blood filled the room. Junpei turned and headed for the living room.
Why doesn't Junpei
Anything to get out of there.
You should probably also tell them really quickly that other important piece of information, which he probably forgot, I guess.
Was there another clue, perhaps? Anything that might lead them to whoever stabbed Clover? He took his time, examined the room carefully. His eyes caught on the door. The door that led to the passageway of the door number 5. Behind the door was the dead body of the 9th man. Maybe I should have another look at it, just in case. He pushed open the door. The smell of blood hit him like a blow to the face. His lungs contracted, unwilling to inhale such putrid air. Acid boiled from the base of his stomach, turning what little food was there into violent froth. It was too much for him, and he vomited. thin stream of yellow water and bile splattered on the floor. He wiped his mouth weakly and stared at the dead body. Chunks of torn flesh lay in an arc around his body. What remained of his intestines had slid onto the floor. The pool of blood that framed it was half dry, but so thick that it had taken on a texture not unlike egg yolk prepared sunny side up.
I don't appreciate
On the
that.
floor, the broken mass of the man's head lay his glasses, cracks spidering down the lenses.
I don't know if I
Blood
needed the image of, egg yolk being a comparison to a rotting corpse.
had already dried like scabs on the floor. That was when he noticed. It's gone. His bracelet. It's gone.
Fuck, you can use the bracelets! I forgot!
It had been there when Junpei had gone through door 5 before. He was sure of it. Right next to the glasses. But now, it was gone. The number 9 bracelet was gone. But why? Had someone taken it? He was turning it over and over in his mind when he heard Seven's voice.
Huh? Hey, where'd Junpei go?
It drifted out to him from the living room. Junpei walked slowly out of the hallway.
Come on.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there you are. We're looking for something in the hallway.
Seven looked up at Junpei, entered the room.
Did you find something?
Thought for a moment before he responded. No. Nothing. Technically, it wasn't a lie. He hadn't found anything. In a way, in fact, that was the problem. Something he expected to find wasn't there. The 9th man's bracelet. What's up?
Well, I wanted you to look at something.
What is Seven led Junpei back to the bathroom. As Clover's corpse came into view, he felt his heart flip, and then fell on the
Wait,
bottom of his
Does
to the
she
bottom
have
of his
not
stomach.
have a bracelet?
Something between a sigh and a groan escaped his lips. What was it that you wanted to show me? His voice was hollow and empty.
I searched Clover's body again. I found this.
As he spoke, he moved around Clover's head. He knelt down and flipped open her right hand. What? She was holding a piece of paper.
I haven't actually looked at it yet. I didn't want to disturb the crime scene, you know.
Probably tell more people.
Basic stuff. Well, I did borrow one thing.
He wasn't sure what that meant, but it likely didn't matter. The paper was more important. He picked it up and carefully opened it.
Why
There
aren't
were
you
2
telling
sentences
anyone?
written. Truth had gone, truth had gone, and truth had gone. And now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand. Ah, now truth is. Oh, yeah. What is. Oh, 7.
What is this? Is this some kind of code?
Seven peered over Junpei's shoulder at the note. Junpei stepped away from Clover's body and into the living room. He began to pace, attempting to decode the note. The first clue was likely the phrase "sinister hand." Sinister hand means which hand?
The left hand.
Okay, are we sure?
Yeah, because left was called sinister.
Sinister
Oh,
is a
wait.
term in heraldry that meant to the left of the bearer of the coat of arms. The left hand. What did the left hand mean? Junpei looked at his own left arm, at the bracelet on his wrist. The darkness of the sinister hand. Did that have something to do with the bracelet? He examined the bracelet closely. There were two protrusions on either side of the face. The left and right sides of the face. Left and right, right and left. Truth is gone. Truth, gone. It sounded funny. What did that mean? Truth, gone. Those two words.
Wait. It's not Enog Turt, is it?
What else could they mean, I'm guessing?
What else could they mean?
Brooding
What else does the word gone and truth mean? Truth, of
Oh,
course, means
right.
something correct that is a fact. So, in other words, something that is right. To follow, the word gone means left. After all, after someone left, they are gone. In that case, however, these clearly are directional homonyms. So that means truth is equal to right, gone is equal to left. And that seemed to make sense. Junpei looked at the bracelet again. At the two protrusions on the left and right of the face, Junpei pressed them in the following order.
Wait.
Truth is gone. Truth is gone.
Yeah,
Truth is
the
gone.
third one.
Right, left, right, left, right, left. Then 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. One after another, 8 numbers flashed on, then off the face of Junpei's bracelet. He checked one more time to be sure. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. Yeah, that was you.
Palindrome.
Well, guys.
No, it's not.
Well, guys, it looks like we gotta make our way out now. It's all about filling in the QTE.
7.
Is this the hex code or
Hey,
something?
what are those numbers?
Junpei didn't answer. He couldn't answer. He had no idea what they were either. Besides, he was sure he would forget the numbers and the order they came in if he said anything. 14383421. Muttering the numbers to himself over and over, Junpei headed towards the bedroom. 14383421.
The digital root of that is 8.
14383421. 14383421. Before long, he found himself in front of the safe again.
Where are
The lock was the only device he could think that required the sequence of numbers such as the ones he discovered. Besides, someone had opened the safe at least once already. Had Clover come to the bedroom to open it? 14383421. Junpei slowly dialed the numbers into the bracelet they had given him. 1 to the right, 4 to the left, 3 to the right, 8 to the left, 3 to the right, 4 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Finished. Junpei heard a small telltale sound of a lock opening. He grabbed the handle and took a deep breath and pulled it up. Inside is a piece of paper. It was roughly the same size as the one Clover had been holding. Junpei picked it up. And this is what it said. Fact 1. The Nonary game was played once before, 9 years ago. Fact 2. The person with the number 2 bracelet attended that game 9 years ago.
Snake! Snake!
Fact 3. It was planned by the following. It was planned by the following 4 people: Cradle Pharmaceutical CEO Gentaro Hongo. Sorry. Cradle Pharmaceutical Chief of Staff Nagisa Nigasaki. Nijisaki? How do I pronounce that name?
It's a bit late.
Yeah, it's Nijisaki. Cradle
Can you
Pharmaceutical.
bring up the log?
Hold up. Is
Cradle?
2 people, 3 people so far? Is it the 4th?
This is the
Really?
3rd.
Okay.
Cradle Pharmaceutical R&D Supervisor Teraki Kabuta. Majority shareholder
Kubota.
Cradle Pharmaceutical Kei Shakira Mushigaredo.
Kageshika Musashiro.
Gato. Yeah. I must punish them for the innocent lives they sacrificed. This is the only warning they will receive. That innocent souls might be saved. I now state the truth. 0.
Wait, but that was only 4 people. 3 people.
There was 4 people.
Yeah.
The CEO, the R&D
Can you
person.
bring up the log?
No, but I'm just I'm just looking at. Then what? Why is everyone else being punished?
No, there isn't one. Damn it.
No, there is a log. It's just. Wait, that's Clover's note.
Oh,
Uh,
NinjaBot says, "Damn it, led you butchered. You really butchered all of those names. Good job."
no
Hey,
Japanese.
Try left or right. I meant on the shoulder buttons.
Right. Search. Back. Okay, first off, I don't have shoulder buttons.
There's a menu button. Wait, is there not for controls? Controls during story section.
This is an emulator.
Go down.
Yeah, I know.
Click on controls during story section.
It was a file.
Menu. File. Menu file.
File. That's where it's taking me.
Yeah, click on file.
I know, but go to file.
Click on file. Then
that is what the file
second last. Control during story section. Second last.
This is the original control scheme. It's not made for the...
I know, but we can figure out if there is one.
Oh.
Play history.
Fast forward.
Yeah. It was up
that's
on the D-pad, cool. I think.
I have an up button. Give me a second.
No.
Config.
God, give me a minute. I'm working on it.
You asked him for a second. He gave you a second. Now you're just being greedy.
You know, I could just not do this, and we can continue with the game. Okay, hotkeys.
I'm sorry.
Up. Up.
I shouldn't have gotten sassy.
Up. Huh. General hotkeys. Add-ons. I want to assign this as up. Switch the keyboard mappings. Okay, that works fine.
Okay. C4.
Okay. Fact 3, 4 people. Cradle Pharmaceutical CEO. Hongo.
Yeah, we know who that is. Because, according to according to Santa, we know who that is, yes?
Pharmaceutical Chief of Staff. Pharmaceutical R&D Supervisor and majority shareholder.
Okay, so here's what we come into. R&D Supervisor might be Lotus, but Lotus is a programmer, right?
Those are all male names.
Oh yeah, never mind, actually. No, Nagisa. Nagisa.
Those are all male names.
Is this first name a last name? Last name, first name. Okay, hold up 1 second. Interesting. Well, at least we know
Okay.
one person here.
Let's just move on, shall we?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Okay. Great. I don't know how to leave this menu. Okay, there we go. Santa, 7, and June. He looked at each one of them in turn, then slowly placed his hands in the pockets of his vest. Sorry, but do you think you could all come with me? Come with you? I want you all to go to the big hospital room.
What? Why?
There's something I want to be sure of. What do you want to be sure of? I want to know if the person I suspect is really the culprit. Cool.
Wait, then you're saying?
Yeah, I think I got it figured out. I know who killed Snake and Clover.
Allegedly
atmosphere
kill
in the
Snake.
room
Kill the alleged
changed.
Snake.
Grief was suddenly gone, replaced by a tension like a strap of leather stretched to its limit. 5 sets of eyes stared at Junpei. He pretended not to notice. Anyway, if you could all please move to the big hospital room. I'll explain everything as soon as we get there. Then, almost on cue, the bell began to ring. They all heard it. It was the bell from the clock in the main staircase. The bell rang 5 times, then ceased. It was 5 o'clock. They had only an hour left. We don't have a lot of time left. Let's go. Slowly, one by one, they followed Junpei out of the bedroom. Actually, before we get started, I was hoping you all could do something for me. Junpei stopped in front of door 3 and turned around. Ace, 7, Lotus, could you please place your palms on the red? What?
Huh? Well, Star.
If we need to go to the shower room, why don't we just...
We're not going inside. Once you've authenticated, step away from the door.
Why?
Please, just do it. Or perhaps you don't want to know who killed Snake and Clover. Junpei's implication was clear, and Seven understood perfectly.
7 plus 8 as 15. And then Ace also? Wait, was
What
that
about you,
Ace? Could you double check?
Lotus?
Ace, Lotus, and 7. That's total 16, which is 6. That wouldn't work.
7. 7.
Okay, 7. It wouldn't work though.
Very well. He said it wouldn't work. He's testing something.
Wait, hold up a second. No, it's 16.
Yeah, 16. 1 plus 6 is 7.
Oh, right, that's how roots work. I forgot about that.
Digital roots.
Yeah, I forgot about digital roots. I was literally just counting the last digit.
Okay, Lotus.
Sure.
1, 7, 8. Quickly, they pressed their palms into the red. Once they had finished, they stepped away from the door as Junpei had instructed. 3 asterisks shone above the red's display panel. Junpei approached it and held his bracelet over the scanner. So adding 5 to 6.
Ninjabot, I don't know what you mean. Could you check the numbers we were running last stream? Talking about these things?
He made quite sure he didn't place his palm on it, and instead only brought his bracelet near it. The fourth asterisk appeared. Just as Junpei as expected, it was possible to authenticate without placing one's palm on the red as long as the bracelet was brought near it. Junpei pulled the lever down. So adding his 5 to the 7 allows them to access room 3. Door 3 opened, like a hungry monk. 9 seconds passed. The door closed. Okay? The door shut unfed. Junpei walked slowly back to the others and was waiting some distance from the door, talking to one another. Santa and June had joined them as well. It looked as though they hadn't found a chance to break into conversation yet. As Junpei approached, they turned to look at him, curiosity playing on their faces. Before long, the other three as well. Clearly, they were all expecting some answers. Thanks. I appreciate your cooperation. Clearly, they hope for something more forthcoming. He continued. By the way, Ace, would you mind if I ask you something? What is it? Do you know who I am? But no question. Just answer it, please. Who am I? You're Junpei. Of course. Who else would you be? Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. Actually, I'm Santa. What? Ace's voice was full of surprise, but it was also tinged with confusion and fear. Everyone else looked nearly as surprised. Santa especially looked shocked to discover that he was actually someone else.
It's like, what the fuck?
But no one told me that I wasn't me. If he spoke, however, the trap would be exposed. Junpei quickly continued. The clothes I'm wearing, I borrowed from Junpei. And the clothes he's wearing are mine. We had a little swap. That's ridiculous. Impossible. So you're saying I'm not Santa? Of course you're not. Why? What makes you so sure I'm not Santa? If you were Santa, then door 3 wouldn't have opened for us just now. 1 plus 7 plus 8 plus 3 is 19. 1 plus 9 would be 10. The digital root would be 1. But the 4 of us just opened door 3. You can't possibly be Santa. Your bracelet number isn't 3. It's 5, right? Only then was it too late did Ace recognize his mistake. He set his jaw and glared at Junpei. You're exactly right. My bracelet number is 5. As he spoke, Junpei lifted his wrist up to show everyone the bright red 5 on his wrist. That is blue.
Listen, we don't question the artist.
I know. I just have to be that guy.
The artist and the artist and the guy who wrote the number are not the same people.
Yeah. Sorry, Ace. I tricked you. Of course, I'm not really Santa. I'm Junpei. Who could possibly think I was? It's obviously I'm not. To think I was is ridiculous. But I guess you couldn't see just how obvious it was. I asked you before, didn't I? What makes you so sure I'm not Santa? And you answered, if you were Santa, then door 3 wouldn't have opened for us just now. Most people wouldn't say something like that. As their justification for why I'm not Santa, I mean, the first thing that could come to anyone else's mind wouldn't be their bracelet number. Their only one thing they would say, one sentence. What is it, Star?
'Cause you don't look like him.
You don't have his face.
Oh no.
Ace, you have prosopagnosia. Am I right? Junpei's voice was quiet and calm. He knew the truth. So did Ace. He couldn't hear a sudden buzz of conversation from the others. Prosopagnosia? What's that? He heard Lotus begin to explain it to them. Ace glanced at them and turned back towards Junpei and sighed. Very well. I confess. I have prosopagnosia. I cannot differentiate human faces. Is that what this is about? You want to mock me for my disorder? No.
Can he
No,
can he differentiate hair color?
Nope.
No.
Shit, nothing. So the only thing he can look at is just objects.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of you at all. In fact, I kind of feel bad for you. No, the reason I brought this up is because there's an excellent chance that the person who killed Snake has prosopagnosia. Ace's face tightened, his eyes narrowed. What do you mean? Junpei leaned casually against the iron piping on one of the beds. I'll come right out with it. I think it was you, Ace. You killed him. Junpei was suddenly very aware of 5 pairs of eyes on him. He had their undivided attention now. The room had grown very, very quiet. Junpei took a deep breath. That's ridiculous! What possible evidence do you... I have 3 pieces of evidence. The first, think back to a few hours ago. You made us argue over the 3 doors here in the big hospital room. There was no way all 7 people could go through them. Lotus suggested that we sacrifice one of us. Lotus looked away awkwardly. Junpei glanced at her and continued. Then you, Ace, said, I'll stay here. Why would you say something like that? It's very simple, really. You didn't want us to see the dead body in the shower room. You see, if Ace stayed behind, there would be only 2 doors the rest of us could go through. Doors 7 and 8. There was no way to get through the door 3, the shower room. You knew that, didn't you, Ace? That's why you volunteered to stay behind. Come now, I think that's going a bit far. I can understand if you're jealous of my bravery, but please don't devalue my actions. I only wanted to save the rest of you. Surely you can understand my altruism. Altruism, huh? Junpei stared off in the darkness at something very interesting and lazy beginning to dig a persistent bit of wax out of his ear. You already knew, didn't you? You knew that whichever doors we took, we'd end up back in the big hospital room. What on earth are you saying? Of course I didn't know that. How could I have? Really? Yes. Yeah. Pleading was not something he had heard from Ace before. Junpei pulled out a piece of wax from his ear, glanced at it, and flicked it off into the darkness.
You.
That's cool. I still got 2 more pieces of evidence that say you're the killer. The second is that, I said earlier, you have prosopagnosia. Didn't you mean I can't imply that a person who can't distinguish human faces must be a bad person? Junpei, they call that prejudice. No, I'm not that stupid. Then why? Well, before I explain, I suppose there's something I should tell you. The corpse in the shower room. It's not Snake's. What? What? Ace's face went pale. The others looked confused as well. If the body wasn't Snake's... I didn't put that together right away, but there's something Clover told me. She said Snake's left arm was prosthetic. He lost his real arm in an accident. But the body we saw in the shower room, let's call him Guy X. Guy X's left arm was definitely flesh and blood. In other words, Guy X couldn't possibly have been Snake.
Yes, should be.
Oh, God.
Ninja, what you
No,
think? His
that-
balls did come down.
Impossible. Ace had started muttering deliriously to himself, shaking his head back and forth. Junpei was long past caring. Let's say, hypothetically, that the killer didn't have prosopagnosia. If that was the case, they would immediately realize that Guy X wasn't Snake. Even if the clothes were the same as Snake's, their faces would be completely different. If that had been obvious, that they were different people, and yet they still killed him. Why? Why would they kill a stranger who's only just shown up? On the other hand, if the killer did have prosopagnosia, it makes sense. They thought Guy X was Snake and killed him. Wait a moment. Let's say you're right, and I mistook Guy X for Snake. Even if I did, I would have no motive to kill him.
I'd also like to point out.
Why
Wait,
would I want to kill Snake?
why would I want to kill Snake and who's Guy X? What? Where would they come
I can
from?
think of at least two motives.
Where did they go?
Snake knew about your past.
Huckleberry Joe.
If he had revealed what he knew, that would have been very bad for you. You really didn't want that to happen. So, you made sure Snake's mouth stayed shut. You killed him. 2. Snake had a grudge against you. You knew that, or at least you could have easily assumed he did. Even without exposing your identity, he was a threat to you. He never knew when you might be attacked. You couldn't ever let your guard down. Every moment was a moment he might try something. You didn't want that kind of danger hanging over you. So you... Wait, hold on a minute. For the first time since the beginning of Junpei's explanation, someone besides Ace spoke. What's this past that Ace doesn't want us to know? Why did Snake have a grudge against him? Look at this. He handed Santa a small piece of paper. Santa squinted at the paper and began to read. The notary game was played before 9 years ago. The person with the number 2 bracelet attended the game 9 years ago. It was planned by the following 4 people. Cradle Pharmaceutical CEO.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
What? This... Santa looked up from the paper. His eyes met Junpei's. It's the message from Zero. It was in the safe in the first-class cabin. Then suddenly... Give me a break! Ace's face was red and shaking. His voice was full of fury tinged with desperation. That paper is a lie! Someone is trying to frame me! Me. You said me, right? Junpei's eyes narrowed. The trap began to close.
Junpei.
Ace inhaled sharply. His eyes flicked
The
off.
ball drop
Junpei's
moment.
anything else. Wouldn't that mean you were admitting that you're Hungar? How do you pronounce that again?
Hongo.
Hongo? The CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical? Or am I mistaken? It was as if a switch had been flipped. The color drained from Ace's face, and he had realized what he had done. His eyes went wide. Very well, I admit that much. I am certainly the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceutical. Genroru Hongo.
Oh my god. What was the name?
I can't speak Japanese names. I can't.
Okay.
Genparu.
Genparu? Like, dude,
Genparu.
you know Zeke, you know Bleach has Genichi? Can you say that?
I can say Genichi.
Okay.
Like, the issue is I don't hear the
I know.
I can't.
The main thing is you can't.
Pronunciation when you read it compared to when it's said to you is.
Yeah. There's no one here to tell you what
Okay.
it sounds like. I
Keep
understand.
going. I want to end this ending before we end today. So what if I am? I don't know anything about this notary game that supposedly took place 9 years ago. Everything on that scrap of paper is bullshit. Someone is trying to set me up, you see. First of all, Ace stammered as he tried desperately to work himself to a more tenable position. Junpei, you're claiming I did all this by myself. Think that over, alright? How could I have killed Snake all by myself? Oh, not Snake. It was Guy X. I don't care who he was. You said the killer put this other man into door 3, right? Yeah, maybe. Then I couldn't have possibly done that alone. I wouldn't have opened door 3 with only myself and Guy X. No, you could have. What?
We
What?
worked this out, didn't we?
Eight faces were tight, his teeth were clenched. Junpei fixed him with a level stare. The trap was about to close. Actually, Ace, when you were unconscious, I took something from you. Remember when you were injected with that anesthetic and fell asleep in the big hospital room? Yeah, back then, I took this. Junpei put his hand into his pocket. No, you couldn't have. Ace's right hand moved. Junpei smiled.
Goddamn moron.
Your right hand tells me all I need to know.
My God, this man.
You want to tell me what you're so worried about? It's in your pocket. It's the number 9 bracelet, isn't it? Ace, Guy X, and the 9th man's bracelet. That's all you needed to open door 3. That's how you killed Guy X all by yourself, Ace. All you needed was the number 9 bracelet in the chest pocket. Ace lowered his hand from where it had stopped, halfway into his pocket. He looked down at the floor, his face hidden from Junpei. All he could see was the corner of Ace's mouth twitching like a dying fish. If you want to play innocent, that's fine by me. Go ahead. Tell me, I don't have the bracelet, if that's what you want to do. But if you could take off your coat and hand it to me, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, we're going to have to take it from you by force. Right, Seven?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been my pleasure.
Snake cracked his knuckles with the sound like gunfire.
No, he's fallen over a
Funny you
knuckle.
should mention gunfire.
Ace
I
roared
think
with
that
laughter.
I
threw
think
his
the
arms
last one is
wide,
more
his
like
head back as he laughed, filling the room with the sound of that scarcely belonged there. Then it stopped.
there was a whine. There was a whine there, so it would be more of a hee-ha!
Yeah. His arms went down and looked straight at Junpei.
Oh my God, why does he
His
look
face
like a
was
drug
small
addict with that
and
pose?
cold, devoid of emotion. Well done, Junpei. As you were so correctly deduced, I have the number 9 bracelet. I retrieved it while we were searching for the missing hardware for the Red. I left the room I was supposed to search and headed to the first-class cabin on B deck. His voice showed no emotion, no sense of remorse or interest, and almost bored, as though he was reciting an especially long corporate letter. Sorry, I read that wrong then. My purpose was to obtain the number 9 bracelet. 9 is a potent ally in the nonary game. Adding 9 to any set of numbers won't alter the digital root. As you can see, 9 is a very useful number here. With it, one can go anywhere with anyone. So I made the first-class cabin to obtain it. Ace successfully acquired the number 9 bracelet. He found an unexpected bonus, the knife that the 9th man had been holding. He slipped both of them into his chest pocket and left as quietly as he came. He walked downstairs and headed back to where he was supposed to be. That is when he met Guy X and mistook him for Snake. Snake was on his way to the large hospital room and had not noticed Ace behind him. Ace had made sure to stay. It stayed that way. He followed the man wearing Snake's clothes to door 3. When the man stopped, he walked up behind him and quietly called out, "Snake." The man turned to look at Ace.
Which has
said
a completely
nothing.
different man.
No words came out from his half-open mouth. He seemed dazed somehow, almost as if the man was half asleep. Perhaps he had been drugged? It didn't matter to Ace. Ace was certain this man was Snake. He knew Snake had been part of the nonary game 9 years before. Snake hadn't recognized Ace immediately because he was blind. That much made sense. Why then hadn't Snake said anything to him? Surely he hadn't forgotten what had happened to him in the notary game, but not once had he attempted to confront Ace. Perhaps his lack of sight had prevented him from recognizing Ace, or perhaps Snake had conspired with Zero to deceive Ace. In either event, he was a threat, and it was better to deal with him sooner rather than later. Ace's mind had made up. He moved. He held the number 9 bracelet over the red. He waved his own bracelet in front of the red, and then immediately grabbed Snake's arm and shoved his hand against the scanner panel. The door opened. Ace threw the man through it. 9 seconds later, the door shut. 81 seconds passed. The man inside the door passed away. After that, I returned to my post as though nothing had happened. After conducting my own search, I returned to the large hospital room where the 1 a.m. bell rang. Ace's eyes were cold, his cheeks were hollow and placid. When he spoke, only his lips and tongue moved. The rest of his face was eerily still. Junpei glared at Ace. He took a deep breath and thought about the next question he had to ask. He didn't want to, but he knew the answer. He knew what the answer would be. He just didn't want to hear it. Junpei swallowed and spoke. Ace, did you kill Clover? Yes. Why? Why did you kill her? She was Snake's sister. It was possible he had told her something dangerous. Additionally, she had gone through door 1. It seemed likely she would have found it. Found what? Why don't you go through door 1 yourself? Perhaps it's hidden somewhere. Seven Unnoticed interrupted.
Yeah, but Lutus and I went through door 1 too. We didn't. Well, let's start.
We didn't see anything suspicious. Why did they keep finishing each other's sandwiches?
Yes, I thought as much when I heard your report on the central stairs. I doubt the two of you could find it. Perhaps Clover was different. Perhaps she had found it. I was, therefore, desperate to find her. And as last I did, in the first-class cabin, I spoke very calmly. Did you see it?
See what? I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
don't understand. You were in the captain's quarters, weren't you?
Huh? What are you talking? What are you talking about?
Very well. By the way, what are you doing here, Clover?
What? Nothing.
There's blood on your shoes. It looks fresh. Did you go take a look at the 9th man's corpse? I see. Your silence suggests that you've noticed. You saw something, didn't you? You saw his bracelet was gone. Clover ran. She made it for the exit, but Ace stood in her way. You aren't going anywhere. He caught her by the collar as she passed and threw her to the floor hard. She leapt back up and darted past him into the hallway. Ace followed at a run. He was faster. That was how I killed Clover. His face hadn't changed. If he felt guilt or remorse or anything one might feel after taking the life of another human being, it didn't show. Oh, 7.
Ninja Bot, what do you think? Look at that.
7.
Ninja Bot.
You
Cool, man.
son of a bitch.
There we go.
I was
told
just
Bob
waiting
to-
for Star to finish talking.
I'm sorry.
His voice rumbled with hate. Santa's eyes were bloodthirsty, and Lotus and June's faces were distorted with anger and hatred. Ace looked at them and smiled. It was a cold, cruel thing, with no humor to it. He shook his head and sighed. I admit it. I've lost. I have lost completely and utterly. But don't misunderstand, Junpei. I didn't lose to you. I lost to Zero, not you. I'm rather disgusted with myself for falling into such a simple trap. And it was a trap, make no mistake. I was trapped and manipulated by Zero. The man I killed in the shower room. If he wasn't Snake, I have no idea who he was. But he was wearing Snake's clothes, and that was no coincidence. He also had been injected with something that reduced his cognition and prevented him from identifying himself or resisting me. And he couldn't forget the components that we can't forget the components that were removed from the red before we arrived. I have no doubt that Zero planned all of this. Zero made sure I would kill that man. It follows, of course, that Zero knew everything I would do. That I would try to take the number 9 bracelet. That I would try to kill Snake. Everything. Suddenly, Junpei remembered the paper he found in the safe. He remembered the last words Zero had written on it. I must punish them for the innocent lives they sacrificed. This is the only warning they will receive. The innocent souls might be saved. I know. I now state the truth. Zero. And he remembered other words he had heard from Clover.
I think Zero is one of us.
One by one, Junpei looked at the 5 people standing in front of him. Ace, Santa, June, Seven, Lotus. Zero is one of us. No, Junpei paused. There was one more person. Snake. It was clear now that the man who had died in the shower room was not Snake. That meant Snake was almost certainly still alive. Perhaps Snake was Zero. Perhaps Snake had made Guy X wear his clothes so he could appear to be dead. Where was Snake now? Perhaps he was somewhere laughing at them. If he was Zero, surely he had lied about many other things. Was he watching them? Well, I believe I finished with my confession. Why don't we get moving? It sounded as though he had finished doing nothing more than describing the weather. For Santa, it was the last straw. What the hell is this shit? You aren't going anywhere, you son of a bitch. We're gonna leave your ass here to rot. Why? Because I killed Clover? That's ridiculous. Why are you so upset that I killed the little bitch? She was nothing to you. A stranger you only met a few hours ago. Am I wrong?
That man looks like he's gonna knock more than a few teeth out.
You
Seven.
bastard.
Seven roared and lifted a fist that would likely have shattered Ace's jaw, but
Except
someone else was faster.
dum dum dum.
It was Lotus. She stepped towards Ace, raised a fist of her own, and drove it straight into his nose. You've got some fire, don't you? I confess, I'd rather like a tough woman. He sniffed and wiped a small trickle of blood from his nose with a raised eyebrow.
Well, maybe you would like another one of them then.
Ah, before that, let me give you one of my own.
Right.
Lotus scarcely had time to blink. Ace snaked her arms around her and pulled Lotus back up against him. In the same motion, he reached into his coat pocket.
Thank you for leaving that gun behind you, little idiot.
It was the gun! The revolver! Almost lazily, he tilted it to point at Lotus's head. If any of you as so much as blink, I won't hesitate to pull this trigger.
I blinked.
I've
Sorry.
already killed 2. No, 3 people. Don't think I'm not ready to make it 4.
Wait, 3 people? Well, what do you mean? Where's the third person?
Very well. Let me take this opportunity to illuminate you. The person who killed the 9th man was me. Although I support to be more accurate, I encouraged him to get himself killed. While you were examining the main staircase, he came to me and told me his name. I recognized it at once, so I gave him a little push. Just a little white lie. It seems the settings for the dead were altered. Now it only requires a single person to deactivate the detonator in the bracelet. Investigate what's beyond door 5. We'll meet again later. Okay, have a good one, guys. I'm going off ahead now. Well then. Shit! Why isn't this stopping? God damn it! You lied! Open the door! Please! I'm begging you! Help me! Please get me out of here! Get me out of here!
Gaslight.
Oh god!
Thank you.
Oh god, there's no time left! Listen! I was lied to! He lied to me! He put me in here! It was him! He killed me! It was him! Four reasons for killing him. 1. As I said before, in the nonary game, the number 9 bracelet is the utmost importance. If I allowed him to keep such a useful tool, he would have become a threat to me. As such, I decided he should be eliminated early on. Number 2. I want the number 9 bracelet. If I could manage to obtain it, I would be able to manipulate the game as I saw fit. I would be unable to acquire the bracelet unless the owner was dead. Number 3. Even setting aside his number, he would have been nothing but trouble for me. He was aware of my past. He knew what happened here 9 years ago. It was important I eliminate him before he could disseminate this information. Number 4. Lastly, I wanted to conduct a simple test. A test to see if this nonary game was serious, or a poor attempt at a joke. I needed to be quite sure. As such, I encouraged him to act against the rules so that I might observe the outcome. Junpei glared at him. I don't get your third motive. What the hell happened 9 years ago? Didn't I say? The nonary game was played. I planned it out. I conducted its execution. Why? What on earth is that supposed to do? I don't really think I have any obligation to tell you that. Ace smirked. He was trying to provoke them, and it was working. Although Ace paid very little attention to Lotus after catching her, the gun had never wavered from her temple. She looked quite pale, and when she spoke, her voice shook.
Hell, what's with this gun?
Sorry, that's our fault.
And then, where did he get this? And June is like, oh, I'm sorry, we saw that gun, we thought it'd be really cool to leave it behind so that someone else can take it, so we left it there.
Why didn't you tell her, Santa? Santa grounded his teeth and glared at me. On the other side of door 6, we found the gun in the coffin in the cargo room, right? The bastard must have grabbed it when we weren't looking. Indeed, I did. That was a pretty serious mistake, you know. Just saying, you intended to leave it behind. Ace laughed, a short, decisive snort, and then gave Junpei a sickeningly pitying look. Well, there isn't much time left. I'll be off then.
My god, you idiot. This is what, like, the moment they're like, okay, we can't have this, I'm like, oh no, 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 no. It's so stupid.
Just read the line, please.
Where are you going?
Do I really need to explain? I have assumed it would be obvious. I have the number 9 bracelet, and now I have Lotus. 9 plus 8 plus 1 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9.
Wasn't there a door with a 9 on it in the room that looked like a church? That's where you're going, isn't it?
You know that.
Santa told me about it while we were looking for Clover.
I see. Well, you are correct. That is my destination. But now I must say goodbye to all of you. And please, don't forget my warning. Move and I'll pull the trigger. I don't need her alive to open the door, you know. As he spoke, Ace began backing towards the door, practically dragging Lotus behind him. Junpei, Santa, June, and Seven stood frozen. Ace had the face of a man gone mad. They had no doubt he would pull the trigger. Ace had reached the exit. He forced Lotus to open it, then turned and addressed them once more. Goodbye. Then he stepped through the door. It fell shut. In a blink of an eye, they were gone. As soon as Ace and Lotus were gone, Junpei and the others leapt for the door in pursuit of Ace. But as Junpei laid his hand on the knob, there was a noise behind him. He looked over to his shoulder. June was kneeling on the floor, breathing heavily. Hey! June, what happened? Are you all right? Santa ran to June and wrapped his arm around her before she could collapse all the way. Jesus, you're burning up! Your fever's back. Are you okay? June's fever had returned, again, for no apparent reason. Her eyes were watery, her eyelids drooped, her breath became dry and shallow gasps.
I'm okay. Is this another distraction? I'm okay, really, I'm fine. You should be worried about Lotus.
She was breathing hard now. She could barely summon the strength to talk. Junpei was torn. He couldn't leave June alone in the state she was in. But every moment they waited, Ace was further away. Lotus's life was in his hands. What was Junpei to do? June's eyes drifted to Junpei's. She managed to muster a weak smile.
Jumpy, don't worry about me. I need a little rest and I'll be fine. We only have an hour left. Don't you remember? Just a little the time. We have 1 hour until we die. So please, save Lotus.
Koban?
Think about what Ace already done, Junpei.
There's
Continues.
When he's got what he needs from Lotus, you really think he's gonna let her live? Just walk away.
God damn it. You guys go on ahead. As soon as June starts feeling better, we'll follow you. Go. Junpei looked at June. She nodded once. She couldn't manage much more. But it was all confirmation Junpei needed. His resolve was set. All right. Come on, Seven. We're going after Ace.
Hell yeah.
Santa, you take good care of June. I'm trusting you. Santa nodded. Junpei turned. Before he had a chance to change his mind, he started running towards the door. He could hear Seven's heavy footsteps behind him. Let's go. They exploded into the hallway, their feet pounding the metal floor as they ran. We're going in here, going to here, going to the elevator.
My God,
taking
it's
the elevator
exciting.
down.
We have the end now. We're half an hour over.
I know. The
Oh,
only reason
only
I did that is because the ending is coming up literally now.
I don't think we have time to read the ending.
This is the ending right in this room. Jumaine 7 finally arrived at the church, exhausted and out of breath. As their lungs struggled to catch their breath, their eyes frantically scanned the room. No sign of Ace or Lotus.
Hold on.
You think they already went through?
He reached to wipe a palm full of sweat from his brow. Maybe. Even as he spoke, Junpei was already on the way to the larger of the number 9 doors. He looked at the red. The display panel read vacant. He spun around and headed towards the smaller door. The red would tell him if Ace and Lotus had moved to another room. Engaged. It's occupied.
That means Ace and Lotus went through here.
Yeah, seems like it. Junpei and Seven stepped away from the door. They retreated to the center of the room and began to talk.
What do we do now?
Yeah, what should we do? The big door's still vacant, but
The two of us can't do anything with it.
right. First of all, our digital route is not 9. Just then, as they were pondering what to do next, there was a noise. A noise like someone hitting a thick wooden panel. Junpei looked up, surprised. Seven followed suit, his eyes jumping around the room, looking for the source of the sound. It wasn't long before they found the altar. Or more precisely, what was on it. Coffin. Yeah. Let's open it! By force.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, you never know till you try, right? The only necessary for success is the willingness to do 1,000 failures.
Hold on.
Who said that?
I forget. Anyway, we gotta try. Junpei and Seven leapt at the coffin. They grabbed a hold of what purchase they could find and pulled. Yeah. Damn it.
Didn't I tell you? If you could just pull it up, pull it open, why wouldn't have something like that?
He's pointing to a keypad on the side of the coffin. Right. Unless I put on the right passcode, it's not going to happen. The noise hadn't stopped. In fact, it continued. It had only gotten louder and more forceful. What are they supposed to do, Junpei wondered. Is there some sort of clue somewhere? He stood there for a few moments, staring at the coffin, and then Seven spoke.
Junpei. I remember you mumbling something about the weird numbers over by the bathroom in the first class cabin. You got those numbers by solving the secret message Clover was holding, right? Truth Gone or something like that.
That's right. What about it?
Well, maybe that's numbers the passcode for this thing too.
They
Come
don't
on,
know
that's
the
possible.
same password?
Those numbers were the codes to unlock that safe.
Yeah, but the person who set up that safe and this coffin is the same person, right? And this is the same person. Zero set them up both.
Yeah, probably.
Well, then they might set the same passcode for both.
It's ridiculous.
Why don't you just try it? I mean, it's not like you'll make it any worse.
be a waste of time. There's no way it's the same number.
Well, why are you arguing with me?
How do you know that? You never know until you try.
It's like
That line you just
That-
used, I'm going to use it on you.
it's like listen.
The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures.
Who said that?
Come on.
You.
Okay. Yep. Fine. He knelt down in front of the keypad and looked at it. Perhaps because he repeated it so many times before, the numbers came easily to Junpei's mind. 14383421. Quickly, he typed them in. 14383421. He checked if it entered right numbers. He took a deep breath and pressed the E button. It took only a moment. Lock open.
My God.
What? You gotta be kidding me. There was a click.
I guess after all of these elaborate traps, he didn't expect the same code used twice.
With a heavy clunk, the lid opened onto the floor, and someone sat up inside. Snake!
You? Why?
Those voices. Junpei and Seven, unless I'm mistaken. Where are the others? Are they elsewhere? Of course, there was no reason Snake should have known anything about where anyone else would be. Junpei and Seven looked at each other. It was a great deal he needed to know, but they had to tell him something. However, so they began to talk. Snake explained to them how he came locked in a coffin. Apparently, he'd been hit by some sort of knockout gas, and Junpei and Seven explained what that happened to the rest of them. There was one thing, however, that neither Seven nor Junpei could bring themselves to say: that Ace had killed Clover. They feared that if Snake knew, he might have gone insane. They decided as much by the moment Snake had climbed out of the coffin. Snake's story explained frustratingly little. Zero's true identity was a mystery, as was his intentions. Why did Zero put Guy, X, in Snake's clothes? If Zero had left a note for them to say that the nunnery game had been played 9 years before, was there some connection? Junpei put the question to Snake. His answer was less than illuminating. What are you talking about? I apologize, but I have no idea what you're saying. It seemed as though Snake was perhaps not being entirely honest, but that knowledge did Junpei and Seven little good. No matter how many times they asked, he insisted he knew nothing. It was becoming clear that Snake wouldn't give in, and every second they spent asking him was a second wasted. Their time limit was fast approaching. Snake's release from the coffin had changed nothing. They still needed to follow Ace as quickly as possible. However, even with the addition of a 2, they stood in silence. The overpowering atmosphere of the chant felt almost stifling. Junpei, Seven, Snake simply stood at the loss of what should happen next. What do we do now? Glanced at Snake's wrist. Sure enough, he could see the 2 on the bracelet on Snake's wrist. The 3 of us can't make a digital root of 9. Yeah, we just have to get 5. We're stuck here, then.
Oh. Oh, hey, I just remembered something.
Oh, great
Seven
time
was
for you to
patting his
remember
pocket
something.
to see if any of them held anything. What? What is it?
I found something earlier.
What'd you find?
This.
He finally found the pocket he wanted. His hand dove into it. Seven pulled out something round and metal. A bracelet.
A 0.
There's no mistaking the number glowing at them, the face of the cartoon eye. 0. Zero's bracelet.
How would that help?
Hell? Are you saying that 7 has the number 0 bracelet? Yeah. Where did you get that? Snake's question was innocent enough, but if he had learned the truth, it might have been able to see. He would have been noticed 7 look away.
Lover gave it to me.
She did?
Oh my god, this is what he said. He took
Yeah.
something.
She went to room 1 and found something. She found the 0 bracelet.
Yeah.
How did she come by it?
Well, she found it, see. On the other side of door 1, a deck in the captain's quarters. She asked me to hold onto it cause it was too big and bulky for her to be lugging around.
It was a lie. Junpei knew it.
I haven't actually looked at it yet. They don't want to disturb the crime scene, you know.
I'm just gonna skip. This is a flashback.
Yep.
I think we have to stop now.
God, the ending's literally right here.
I'm
and
sorry,
I'm
but-
trying not to pull a Phoenix right, but it's literally. Ah, God, it's gonna suck so bad when we end this ending. The first thing next time.
Listen, I think Ninja Bot's also gone and everything.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I'm so annoyed.
I understand, yeah. But it will be a hell of a lot faster to do the other endings now.
Will.
Oh, you're still here.
Will it?
Fair enough. Glad to see you still here, Ninja Bot. We will be stopping now, though. That's we don't need to go through all of this again, because oh my god, how long is this gonna take?
Oh, God. The end is right there.
Well, what can you do?
Yeah.
So yeah, Ninja Bot, what do you think? Look at the art.
It's good.
Hold up a second.
Okay, well, if we're gonna end it, we're gonna end it. Could you wrap things up, Star?
Yes. Look at that, Ninja Bot. We got Clover. Well, she still needs to be shaded, but we got Clover. Hmm? What do you think?
Yeah.
Think I did a good job with that? Yeah.
Stream.
So now we have you suggest it's a shame you suggested in the same stream she died. Yep, it's unfortunate timing, but you know, at least we got her done. All these other beautiful people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only one person left, Lotus. Next stream we gotta draw Lotus. I'm not looking forward to that.
Yep.
For now, goodbye. I hope you had fun. I had fun. We're ending the stream now in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye.